This adventure brings us to Lookout Tower here in Kettering, Ohio. Lookout Tower is better known as Frankenstein's Castle, Witch's Tower, or even Patterson's Castle. The tower was completed in 1941 and now sits in what is known as Hills Dales MetroPark. The tower was built to provide views of Community Country Club, and it took a year for the boys with the National Youth Administration to construct the 30-foot tall tower from salvaged stones. The walls are more than 3 feet thick in some places, according to a 1941 Journal-Herald story marking the completion of the project. Inside, 50 stone steps spiral to the lookout platform that offered views for up to 15 miles. During the 1960s, this remote location encouraged vandals who painted names on the walls and left whiskey bottles and beer cans scattered on the grounds. Shingles were torn from the roof, and glass bottles were even thrown at passing cars on Patterson Boulevard below. Park maintenance crews boarded the door and later covered it with a steel gate, but the tower was repeatedly broken into. Strange tales have surrounded Lookout Tower for decades. There have been sightings of eerie figures dancing around a fire and reports of unexplained scorch marks found on the ground. But the most common story is the appearance of a ghostly girl and boy whenever lightning illuminates the sky. The intriguing tale is based in fact.
Stick his hand in there for the YouTube video.
Nate's gonna stick his hand in there and film.
Is the flash on? You're stressing me out. Look, watch Nate. No, you have to go on your camera, then hit flash. No. Yeah, let me do it. Sure. No.
Peggy Harmison, a 16-year-old Bellbrook girl, died inside the tower when it was struck by lightning in 1967. Peggy and 17-year-old Ronnie Stevens reportedly took shelter inside when a thunderstorm rolled in. Harmison was found dead lying on the 11th step in the tower, half of her body covered in severe burns. Stevens survived but was uncontrollable when an ambulance arrived and was restrained in handcuffs. Investigators theorized the couple was walking down the stairway when a lightning bolt ripped into the tower. Legend has it that after Peggy's death, visitors found burnt images of the girl within the tower. No matter how much they were scrubbed, the stains remained on the walls. Despite the sketchy stories, the tower, its doors sealed with concrete, still draws the curious. Places that appear spooky can be exhilarating.
Stick your hand out. I want to see it. Have a hand and stick it out. What if he dropped his phone?
If you love exploring all things abandoned and haunted in Ohio, you may have heard about Witch's Tower hiding in the forest in Kettering, Ohio. More commonly known as Lookout Tower. This castle-like structure in Kettering has been the subject of numerous urban legends throughout the years. And while it's certainly not a witch's tower, it does have a deadly history.
Yeah, do that. Princess, someone's pulling your hair.
Sit your nose. You ready? Reports indicated that there was once a metal gate at the opening of the door, which is likely where the lightning had struck. One local legend claims the tower was built during the Civil War and that a woman plunged to her death from the top of the tower after hearing the news of her husband's death. Another popular legend claims that a group of teenagers sought shelter in the tower during a storm and they were struck by lightning and killed. This legend is closest to the tower's true history. Although the true story of the tower isn't scary or sensational, teenagers will still continue to drive past the tower at night in hopes of seeing something out of this world.
No, believe it! No! Evil dies tonight!
There have been many theories and urban legends surrounding the tower, and not much information is known about the tower. Even the name of the tower has been debated over the years. Some of the names heard over the years have been Lookout Tower, Frankenstein's Castle, Frankenstein's Tower, Witch's Tower, Haunted Tower or Haunted Castle, the Patterson Tower, Patterson's Castle, and Hills Dales Tower. The theories of its origin and hauntings vary as much as Lookout Tower's name. When I was in high school, a group of us would always drive up here at night and park the car down the hill in the parking lot and walk up just to see if we seen any ghostly figures or hauntings, just to spook ourselves out and just have a place to hang out and have fun. We always referred to the place as Witch's Tower and always found it fascinating here. The end of our journey brings us to Calvary Cemetery in Dayton, Ohio. Calvary Cemetery is the final resting place of Peggy Harmison. Let's go pay our respects to Peggy. I'm not sure why this plaque says June 14th, 1967. The accident actually occurred on May 17th, 1967.
3, 2, 1. Oh. I got a third one. Here, I'll film you.
Well, Lori put it on there.
Hey, you want to put it on there? Put it on there. She's going to check it on there. Nice job.
All right, thank you. Margaret Peggy Ann Harmison was born February 27th, 1951, and passed away on May 17th, 1967. Peggy is buried next to her parents Mary and Roy here in Calvary Cemetery. A 16-year-old Bellbrook High School sophomore was instantly killed, and her 17-year-old male companion, a junior at the school, seriously burned, apparently victims of a bolt of lightning during a severe electrical storm Wednesday night in Kettering. Kettering police identified the dead girl as Peggy Ann Harmison, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Roy Harmison Jr. The injured boy is Ronald Kevin Stevens, son of Mr. and Mrs. Williams Stevens. Ronald was listed in fair condition at Kettering Memorial Hospital, where he received treatments for his burns. Kettering police said they received a report at 8:03 p.m. that someone was injured at the Lookout Tower in Hills Dales Park. The tower stands high on a wooded hill on the east side of Patterson Boulevard and the southeast end of the park, and is used for observation. Police found the Stevens boy lying at the foot of the stairs. He had been burned on his chest and face. The Harmison girl was found 9 steps up the tower dead. She had been burned extensively on the face and chest area, police said. The best we can tell is sometime around 7:30 p.m. there was a bad lightning storm here, and apparently a bolt of lightning hit the tower. A ball of fire may have hit at the door and rolled up the stairs. Apparently, the couple was out driving and decided to visit the observation tower and were caught in the storm.